Hi, I'm Folami Fitzgerald. I'm a wife, an actress, a real estate investor, and I'm highly attractive. Life is a journey, not a destination. There are no mistakes, just chances we've taken. Lay down your regrets, 'cause all we have is now.
36 for 36 is brought to you by The Late Night Experiment with Motown Maurice. Subscribe today on YouTube.
After my first year of college, my mom and cousin introduced me to The Secret. We all sat down and we watched it. It's a documentary where all these scholars, people who are successful come and tell people about the law of attraction. That was my first exposure to it, and I loved it. I fell in love. So that was kind of the beginning of my exposure, kind of led up to me learning more about it over the years. So years go by, I finished college, I started joining businesses and organizations. One of them introduced me to a CD series called Your Wish is Your Command, okay? Now, the gentleman in that CD series, he listed recommended books for people to read. And the first book on that list was Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks. And that book changed my life. Yeah, I loved it. It was so awesome because it went so into depth about the law of attraction, and it had principles or different processes that were practical that people could put into place in order to manifest their desires. So it was awesome. Wake up in the morning and get out of bed. Start making a mental list in my head of all of the things that I am grateful for. So while I was reading the book, I got an opportunity to use the principles to apply them in my everyday life. My husband and I had been married for over a year, and we had one car. Now, at the time that I started to use the principles, he was in Afghanistan. So we were actually looking for a car to purchase for when he came back. So what happened was I was working at a bank, and United Way asked for us for donations, whoever wanted to donate. If you donated so much throughout the year, they would put you in the running to receive prizes. The winning prize was a brand new 2012 Chevy Sonic, red. So I put myself in the running for that, but I forgot. Then my husband and I were searching for a car on eBay and Craigslist, and then I thought to myself, wait a minute, we couldn't win this car. So I told my husband, let's stop looking. Why? Because we're gonna win the car. We're gonna make this decision and it's gonna happen. And it started from there. I put up pictures of the car at my desktop at work. I made it my desktop background. I started buying things like the little Sonic Hedgehog and just anything I could do to constantly, hey, this car is coming. I meant to do it for a few weeks, but toward the end of when we were about to win the car, I went to the dealership and we went and we took pictures with the car. I started, because the dealership actually had the car sitting out in front that was for United Way. They had a little sign on it. So I went and touched it. I was like, this is mine, this is mine. I sat in the car and took pictures of it from my vantage point, and we took pictures. We kind of hung out with it for the day, so to speak. Now the car salesman, he wanted I wanted to test drive it, but I hated to waste the car salesman's time because he was going to want to sell the car, but he had to come with us. So he's sitting in the back seat and he keeps asking me, ma'am, if you don't win the car, are you going to buy it? And I said, I'm not entertaining that question. He's like, but I know you're going to win. Sure. But if you don't, are you going to come back April 5th and buy the car? I said, no, stop asking me. I'm not entertaining that. We're going to win the car. So it was so cool because I'll tell you that later. So then walking up to the country club the day we were going to win, I thought to myself, what? Folami, you have made all these claims. You done told all your family, your friends, your coworkers that you're going to win this car. What if you don't win it? But I said to myself, you know what? Somebody's going to win the car. Why not you? Don't entertain that. So we all, what they did was they picked one person for 25 weeks to make 25 finalists. You had to be there in order to win the car. So one person didn't show up. 24 people were standing in the front of the room at the country club. and they did a reverse raffle. Now, I don't know if you know what that is. I didn't know what it was either. The reverse raffle is when everybody's name is in there, and then you get, if your name is called, you get eliminated. So the 24 of us standing up there, and we're just falling off one by one, right? And it's like, your mind is playing tricks with you, right? By the 20th person, you're like, oh my God, what are they gonna call my name next? 12th person, 8th person, I'm still up here, crazy. So yeah, my husband was over there, also just thinking about what he wanted as far as being able to have his own car. So the mastermind of us together, I think, really helped. And people were saying, while I was standing up there, people were telling me, hey, you're gonna win a car. And I was like, no, you're gonna win. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win. And it was the last two of us standing up there, me and this tall guy, and he turns to me and he says, you're gonna win the car. I said, no, you're gonna win. For real. I was like, I'm gonna win. And they pulled his name out. That was crazy. It was insane. I cried. I was so happy. Looking at my husband, people taking pictures. It was insane. Dreams do come true. My family needed a new car, and we donated to United Way's Fair Share campaign and won a new Sonic from Maurice Chevrolet Cadillac. You can too. Just test drive any of their eco-friendly cars and get the chance to win a 2012 Sonic in July. It's that easy. No purchase necessary, and you can visit marinechevy.com for details. Great deals are just down the road at Marine Chevrolet Cadillac in Jacksonville. The law of attraction is an indisputable law of the universe. It's just like the law of gravity. If you walk off a building, whether you believe in the law of gravity or not, you're going to go down. I mean, unless you built your belief up that powerfully. But the law of attraction, God put it here for us to use. So let's use it to our advantage. It like attracts like with the law of attraction, meaning what you think about, you will get. And that doesn't mean that we have to monitor all of our thoughts like policemen, like so rigorously, but what we have to do is monitor how we feel. We have to feel good. As long as you are feeling good, feeling better and better all the time, what you want is going to come to you eventually. And it doesn't matter when. You shouldn't focus on when. You should focus on, hey, I'm feeling good in this moment right now. I'm grateful for what I have in this moment right now. Then the other things that I want will come eventually. Now, what do you do when you give a child something and they say thank you and they express gratitude? You want to keep giving to that child. And so that's how God feels about us. If we're grateful for what we have now, He's going to keep giving it to us, giving what we want to us. Hey! Beautiful day, isn't it? You want to be constantly feeling good. There's all kinds of things we can do to make ourselves feel good. People love singing, dancing throughout the day. When I'm in a grocery store, there's always some little music playing, you guys. And I'm always dancing as I'm grocery shopping. Hey, girl, this is my song. And I'm dancing in the car. And people next to me, they look at me like, hey, we have a good time. Where you off to? The Beyonce concert? What? Come on, y'all. Anything in the world that makes you smile and laugh, do more of that, throughout your day. And it'll make you very prosperous. I know you've heard this from so many people before, but I'm here to tell you from my personal experience. You absolutely can have, you can be, you can do anything you want to do. All you have to do is apply the law of attraction principles and believe it. Believe it with all your heart. I did, and I won me a car. Woo! I was blessed to be in the Late Night Experiment with Motown Maurice, season 4, episode 6. I played a court reporter standing outside. We're waiting on the verdict to come down on Motown Maurice versus the law of attraction. I thought that was brilliant, by the way. And it was a cool scene. I had never played a reporter, and we did this cool train shot of me and 5 other reporters doing our thing. So it was an awesome experience. Motown is such a cool guy to work with. He always gets a bunch of actors together that are really awesome, and I had a great time.
I'm Folami Fitzgerald, and you're watching the PYT Channel 6 Eyewitness News.
What are you doing? Go to YouTube right now and find The Late Night Experiment with Motown Maurice. Watch it. I'm telling you, you'll laugh. There's a whole season dedicated to the law of attraction, okay? So if you're not gonna read The Secret, if you're not gonna read Asking It Is Given, at least go watch Late Night Experiment with Motown Maurice, okay? You will learn something, and it's so funny.
In the landscape of late night, there's Motown Maurice, fighting to claim his hosting destiny. He needs your help, please spread the word. Subscribe and you will see. Subscribe and you will see.